I'm video recording. This is gonna be my little garden shed. There's my chicken house. Poles have gone up. Hey dude man. There's my fence on the back. So around there, chicken house. They get in on the little side bit there. I'm gonna build a little bridge to there. And then they'll have the upstairs area. Then down here, I wanna create a little goat house or a dog house because I'm getting a huge dog, bigger than him. He's a huge dog, but he's just a little puppy. But anyway, I need to build him a house, so I'm going to build a rock wall here to there in that corner, and then use this as my back wall. But I had to dig some of the rocks out there because the rock was unstable, so I need to stabilize that again. And then all of this will be dog house slash shed for my future house, which will be over here. So starting my cornerstones for my foundation. Foundation's done, as you can see. I'm going on one wall anyway. I'm going to leave some stones sticking out so I can join the other wall onto here, over onto the stone over there. Got all my stones here. You can see I've collected over time. Slash, I got a lot on the property up there. But yeah, that's starting rock wall foundation, Levardi. So I'm lifting stones, digging my shit. Then this motherfucker fell. Oh, wait, this motherfucker fell. I'll turn it around. It's such a big stone. Like, if it hit me, I would have been squished. Came from up there. Oh well. Foundation done. Time to build walls. Alright, so today we are finishing off the foundation for Levardi. On this wall, it's going to bear most of my weight, so I went down about 1.5 feet there in the deepest point. This bit I've already finished off. I've got 3/4 stones underneath it, finished with beach sand washed with fresh water to get the salt out of it. All of that's been compacted down with my good old feet. Hand dug this pretty good. So today I won't get it on camera, but I'm going to put this stone into there, ground it to there, make sure that's all secured. Maybe play with this a little bit, make sure they're secured, but I just want to ground it first so I don't lose any more of the wall. Here a big stone fell out, that big guy, with a cool little crystal cave in it, which is awesome. I'll use that in the wall. That's a big stone. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Finish this off with some smaller stones, then some sand from the beach, which I got here. Mix up some cement, get it going, pack this in. I'll show you how you do that. You just chuck it in just to make sure, fill up on all the gaps. You don't want any gaps in that. You can see the Greeks, they've leveled it. I think that's like a natural, you wouldn't call it a mulch, but you'd call it a weed stopper. It's around most top of this topsoil. It's just like compacted rocks, that or an earthquake, either one. Anyway, that's still dug out. I placed this stone. I like the look of it as a cornerstone. I haven't put any cement in yet just because I'm seeing how it sits, but I think that'll look pretty cool. I can wedge some other stones on this side, and then on the back side, most important, because it'll have most of the weight from here. So I need to figure out a stone for the back side first. But yeah, gonna mix that up. Dad's doing some cement and get that in place, and probably put some of these in. Just some bigger stones to begin with, then some little ones on top, compact it. Alright, just got back to Levardi after a big rain, about 2 inches everywhere. I've got my grounding stone here. So that's a grounding stone, that's a footing pretty much. They say in the ancient days, all churches and stuff were built on stones because they're like, you don't have to do a concrete footing or a gravel footing slash concrete that I've done. So that's my footing stone. Just to back it up, I put in another footing stone, just to ground those two. Next, I'm gonna fill this up, but I know this is my lowest point, as the water shows. I need to first fix this off, make sure it drains out this way. So it's a bit annoying, but I've got a lot of soil there that Zeus is on. I need to move that a little bit, create a drain. Because if I let that go and I build on that, that's gonna rot my wall like real quick. So I need to make sure it's all draining first, then I can finish off my foundation. It's not a step back, it's a step forward. All done. All right, so I've changed my lowest point. My lowest point's now here, which is away from my structure. My structure's finishing there. It's still not further enough. I need to do probably that again out to about there. Then later on I can, after I get it about 2 feet, 3 feet away from structure, I can put gravel in there, and later on I can dig this up, make like a natural pond of all the water that collects off the roof and just naturally or whatever. I'll make a natural pond there for the animals down here or whatever. I'll try and do that off each house so we can product or whatever, water ourselves or whatever. All right, just finished making my new lowest point, which is fucking here. So I'm gonna drain all this water into my lowest point. Wall stops on this line here where the shovel goes to there, and then it goes that way. But all of this is going to be my future drain later off. I just need to make sure for one first that I can dig it far away, so when this is structural I don't fuck it up when I come here to dig my drain out later. But as long as the water is naturally flowing away, which I'll start now with that, that'll get it going. Now it'll pull all my water from my high points to my low points away from my structure. I might have to help it a little bit. Let's give you a close up, draining into there. Then I'll continue the drain later on that way. First of all, I just need to make sure this is drained. This is in clay, so the water's not going to go any lower there. You can see on the wall line, it's clay. It's probably a bit hard from the camera, but just above it, up there, above my fingernail, is dirt, then that bit's clay. It won't sit any lower through clay, or you might lose a little bit every now and then. This is still dirt over here. It must have been veggie garden or something. It's going to drain away naturally for the time being. It's not problem solved, but it's problem fixed for now. This needs a little bit of help. Let's help it. There we go. This, a little bit of help. There we go. Now, when this gets drained, I gotta let it harden up because I don't want to be putting rocks on soft stuff. Then again, I might look at a doco tonight and maybe that might ground it a bit more. But I'm gonna let it do its thing anyway for a day, then start to put rocks in to make my ground. On this big bit here, I'm gonna put that huge cornerstone. That's gonna ground it 100%, better than concrete I watched on a doco last night, a good grounding stone. As I said in the last video, all ancient churches and big sites were built on rocks as their grounder. We didn't have footing like concrete back then. Rocks were the best thing. Anyway, that's for now. So lowest point has drained. Could still go a little bit more, but once it's pretty deep there, I'm going down a foot on its deepest point. I'm just gonna leave it as so. And I'm gonna have a huge grounding stone. This big puppy there, it's about 300 kilos, 200 kilos at least. I'm gonna have that deep down grounding like there, so the wall is not gonna move. And it's not gonna be a huge wall, it's gonna be just up to there, which is, you know, on me, about that high or whatever. Maybe a little bit higher, whatever, maybe about there. But even still, I've looked at a few videos online and they say the structure for a wall should only be as big as it needs to be. Oh, well, like the bigger the better, but this, yeah, anyway, I'm happy with how this is, and it's a test wall, so if it fucks up, I won't do it again. But now, I'm gonna fill this up with bigger rocks. So I have my drainage coming down to here, just these two buckets, as so. Get them in there. Get my other one in there. I'll spread them out just with my hands, get it level. Then I'm gonna, on top of that, that's gonna be my drain. After, I'll probably get 2 more buckets to make sure it's good. After that, I'll go smaller stones. Then on top of that, I'll go beach stones like I have here from the sand. Then I'm gonna go some cement just at the bottom and start laying my grounding stones. My grounding stones, I might have to dig out a little bit of this. I'm only gonna go, that's a grounding stone, I dug that in. Or the one underneath it, sorry. I'm gonna go a grounding stone here, a grounding stone there, a grounding stone there. And that's the, yeah, my footing's pretty much done. From there I can start to build and it's all happy days. I've done a little bit of the wall over here as I showed, but I need to get that structured in there to support that wall so I can support this a bit more and not worry about anything more falling down. But if I have the structure here, it'll hold that up. I can always dig that back later if I need be. What's up, Zeus? He's the cutest. The bloody cutest, mate. Oh, maybe an accident. Hey, kid. Ah! Not there. Anyway, that's for today. Here we got my garden going. I've dug it up. It's been dug up for about a month now. All the worms have probably gone back in there, which is cool. Got my manure on top, just doing its thing. Now, I got these rocks. Fucking have a look at these. I don't know how heavy it is. That's not even the biggest stone. The biggest stone's under there. At least 80 kilos. At least 80 kilos. I manhandled them. Then anyway, they're gonna go here like that little one is. I'm gonna put them just along here. I'm probably gonna use them in my house later. But to begin with, I'm just going to use them as a little stone wall here. I probably like them and leave them there, but we'll just see anyway. They're just beautiful stones. Rock wall done for now. This one is a lot of work. So, got my large rocks in bottom, got my beach rocks on top. Need to thin them out, fill in the cavities. Then start on my foundation over here, bringing it out to there. Just gonna go bit by bit. It's due to rain today, so I'm only gonna go a little bit, see how it goes. Then yeah, Levarti getting done. Got my mix of cement here. Gonna put some beach pebbles in there to fill it out. Last mix I just did solo. Used too much cement. I don't have that much cement, so I'm gonna use some beach pebbles to like thin it out. Anyway, so I have finished up today at Levarti. May I say I've spent 3 hours or 2 hours or something, 2.5 hours here. I've done the veggie garden and its stones as I showed earlier. Cool. Done the, dug out this, made the drain. The drain, I just have to make it that far, 1.5 meters away, because later on I can make the actual drain. I just need the water draining away from my structure into normal soil, and it's slowly going down there, so I'm happy with that. It might flood there, that's fine. It's not going to flood up 1/2 foot butt to there, no way. Unless, fuck, anyway, no way, I hope. Over here, just in case it does rain, I hope it doesn't, but just in case it does, I've made little drainage holes all the way down. It's slightly on an angle at the moment, because I'm not too sure about the weather, otherwise I'd make it flat. But I'm making them jagged. At the end, I haven't done it in this section, I should quickly do it after the video. I'm going to put a few little rocks to make the connection of the gravel. Actually, fuck it, those rocks are standing out enough. I'll put cement onto that and that'll ground the two. So I'm nearly there. I just need to fill in this, spread that out. Then I can finish this up there, move my cornerstone into there when the water's drained. And then that's my foundation. After that, it's going to come along real quick. Like imagine a level each day. It'd go up 1/2 foot. This will be done in probably, I don't know. I don't want to chuck a time on it, but yeah, won't take that long. Sweet as. My little puppies just chilling. What's good?